And we're going to welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Our last episode didn't really accomplish much. I apologize for that. But that's because if we had taken on the dungeon, probably would have been at it way longer than we needed to. So I've rested, restored my energy, refueled up, and let's do it. Let's not waste time. Dungeons, oh, they take a while. Okay, let's see. They're level 16 and I'm 22. Still not there yet, but maybe we can still get some better gear. Marauder, Conjurer, Thaumaturge. So 2 Thaumaturges like before. Alright, into our second dungeon. The first one was fun, but I'm hoping this one has a little bit more complexity, we'll say. Alright, time to evict some cult members. Let's see, imps and weird altars? Yep. Ooh, dark orb. Yep, this seems like a cult to me. But I don't really care. I'm just hoping because it's a cult with clear magic, that I can get some gear. Please. I want a better staff. I'm sick of this cudgel and shield. Alright. And I can stick back. And ice. Thunder. Switch. Thunder and fire. There's only 2 enemies, so fire 2, not worth doing. I apologize. I know if I wasn't playing Conjurer, it'd probably be more entertaining. I fully accept that, and I apologize. But, you know what? I really wanted to play a Black Mage, and I'm technically playing a Black Mage. I'm not there yet, but close enough, right? Oh, that's annoying. Any loot? No loot. Nope, can't loot them either. Annoying, but what can you do? Okay, I'm in ice form. Can I cast this real quick, Ed? Yes. Stayed in ice. Ooh, that was really close. Okay, is this going to... Yep, it topped me off. Thunder, and now fire. You know, it says it does fire, earth, and all that, but... Can anybody tell me if the elements actually mean anything? I know most Final Fantasy games they do, but this is 14, so... I don't know, with the variety of classes you can play and everything, if they bother to add that mechanic. Don't get me wrong, I'm not asking them for them to do it, I'm just curious, because looking at the Conjurer, you could do earth damage and arrow damage, and with this you do fire and whatever damage. So I'm just curious, like, is there a point for it saying ice damage? Is there a point for it to say, you know, fire damage, earth damage? I'm just curious. And yes, there are 3 targets, so AoE. I'll AoE cast you into oblivion. Then we switch, cast thunder, and we can get 1 fire off. They died first. Sad, but whatever. Back to regular fireballs. I cannot wait till I'm a Black Mage. I'm hoping when I'm a Black Mage, I get to do a lot more fun than just stand here and cast Fireball. Although, from what I understand, that's the point of a Black Mage. Yeah, I get it. But I hope there's either more spells I can do, or other things I can do. Like I have Lucid Dreaming, Sleep, and Addle, but not really important. I mean, I'm sure against tougher bosses, it would be important, but just not right now. I mean, aside from the quest that wanted you to do it, and even then I didn't do it. Lucid Dreaming restores mana, but my Blizzard restores mana. Addle is useful because it does weaken a boss. I gotta remember to use that. But Sleep, yeah, I just don't see a use for it right now. Maybe there is, maybe there will be. Maybe I'm just a fool. I'm probably a fool. Like always. Okay, let's see. This looks like a loot room. Croft lights. Are those like will-o-wisps? I wonder. And there's 2, meaning that I can't use my AoE. So we'll just focus 1 down until it's done, and move on to the next. Riveting gameplay, but I'm here for the loot. I mean, it's a cult, right? You figured they would have magical loot here. Again, I don't know if like every dungeon actually has loot for every class, and I just got very unlucky, or if it is dependent on the dungeon. Kinda hoping it's dependent on the dungeon. Because it would make sense, and there's nothing in here. Oh, come on, where's the loot? I want loot. I want loot. Where's a bard? They have a loot. Alright, next up. Ooh, I'm pretty sure there's 3. Which means AoE time. And considering I'm full on mana, it means fire to burn. You know, I love the fact I have AoE attacks. I've mentioned this before, but I love AoE attacks. And you know what, the other one's going to perish soon, so let's just start casting single target ice. And get our mana back. You know, I am curious how other casters deal with this, or do you need a lot of ethers? Which means maybe being a botanist would be a good idea. So I can craft 1,000,000 ethers. Maybe that's why it's there, because you clearly don't need it for Lancer, unless you need healing potions. And you don't really need it for Bard, I'm guessing. So maybe that's why. This looks like a boss fight. Alright, bring it on. I'm in the doorway, so I count. And lightning and AoE fire burn all of you. Gravedigger and a priest. Sounds like the sub to a bad joke. So a priest, a gravedigger, and a demon walk into a bar. And they ask, why the heck is there a priest here? Alright. Boom, that's taken care of. Oh, there is a boss. And now let's cast Owl, because we're supposed to. Yes, I know that. I can do it, I swear. And of course we gotta keep an eye out for cones and lines and circles. But from the looks of it, this boss is halfway done, and there's a cone. Don't worry, I'm out of range, and don't bring them here. So that's a conjurer, huh? I gotta pay attention to what they're doing. Although it doesn't look like they're doing much. Granted, this is early levels, and I know later levels you probably need a conjurer who knows what they're doing. And from the funny videos I've seen trying to quote-unquote research the game, it seems like healers and tanks really are the most important roles. The damage... Ooh, coffer and... mitts. Can I equip those? Yes, but they're worse. Am I gonna have to find another dungeon just to get some halfway decent loot? Oh, gotta destroy the orb. You know, I've always wondered with things like this, if they need 3 orbs to activate something, or 4, wouldn't 1 be enough to destroy it? Whatever. Question for another time. There we go, aggro you, and now we switch. And fire. You see, IDs are mightlings, so they're bugs. They should be weak to fire, right? Well, I guess they're also weak to ice. You know what I think I'm going to do for fun? The next time we find a boss in this dungeon, we will use Scathe only. See how it does when compared to fire. I am actually curious how it does, because I think it does less damage because it can't be supercharged. But it does have a chance to crit, which honestly probably just, whoops, gotta do that. Which probably means it ends up being about the same. But, you know what, gotta test it out. Gotta do something to keep these dungeons interesting. I'm just gonna cast AoE fire, I don't care. Boom! Yeah, I'm not doing damage it looks like. How'd I get interrupted? Did somebody interrupt me? Did I interrupt myself? I probably interrupted myself. Boom. Now some AoE ice to restore all of our mana. And I guess, there is level locked, right? So I should probably actually be doing more damage, but you can only be a certain level to do this. I get it. It's to keep it fun and fair, but whatever. If I want to understand, if you go in with actual party members, not NPCs, then you can change it to where whatever level you are is the level of the dungeon level won't change, but your level could be. I mean, you can come into this as a level 80 and have a blast. I'm guessing. You know, I wonder, what level would you target, whatever, what level you would need to be to solo a dungeon. I mean, I know you'd be way too over leveled, so what would be the point, but I am curious. At what point could a thaumaturge solo this dungeon? Well, when you consider the damage you would take, you probably have to definitely be around 40 or 50 to even think about it. This is like a level 16 dungeon. Yeah, probably just for the sake of the health. Although I guess for level 50 you might be one-shotting everything so you don't have to, but then you have bosses where, yeah, they do have a big health bar. I'm just musing to myself, coffer with stuff I already have. Great. I'm trying to find a dungeon with better loot, and I'm getting stuff I already have. Or stuff that's weaker than what I have. Loot. It's annoying, right? Oh, cool. Some AoE time. Yeah, maybe I should have been a melee class. I'm sure melee probably has a lot of fun stuff you gotta do. But you know what? I had to be a black mage. I've loved black mage from the early Final Fantasy days, and I can't explain why. I really can't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm waiting until I get Machinist, then. That's probably me. I'm either going to main Machinist or Red Mage. I just feel like they're the ones who are resonating with my gaming ability. Maybe because as a Red Mage, you're doing a little bit of everything. You have your spells, you have healing, you have melee, and it just seems like a very fun, active job. Treasure coffer for a chest piece, which I can equip, but it's worse than what I have, so I don't even worry about the loot. Although I guess this would be better for my Conjurer class, if I were to level them up to have some loot they can actually use. Alright. Gotta figure out how to start my rotation when I already have, like, half mana. Do I still go ice into fire? Do I start fire then into ice? Oh, whoops. Fire, please. No. Ugh, I'm forgetting my rotations already. I'm too busy thinking about other things trying to entertain myself doing this dungeon. I'm not trying to entertain myself, but, you know, I'm a red mage. I want to be a red mage. No, I'm a black mage. I literally just cast fire right now and dodge. Okay, so we addle you. Oh yeah, I said this time around, let me just get full mana, and I'm only going to use Scathe. Once I have full mana, that is. And this should do it. There we go. Okay, Scathe. Which is also an instant cast, which means, look at this. I'm running around. I cast Scathe on you. Let's see, that did 35, and 32, 33, 35. So let's just say it does about 65 on average. Okay, so let me just quickly switch to fire. And see how much a single target fire does. So we're looking at about 60, and this is doing 80. Okay, yeah, so fire is just better. But I guess the difference is I can just instant cast Scathe. It doesn't require a time. Ooh, I leveled up. Doesn't really matter, and gauntlets, are those better than what I have? They are, if I was a gladiator. Okay, 2 orbs down. Oh, look at those disgusting things. What? It's in line of sight? I guess I should decide what tank I want to play. Because I know I'm playing Black Mage for range magic. And then I want to play White Mage for healer, support, whatever. And then for range physical damage, we want to play the Machinist. Red Mage, I think it's just going to be a personal main, because I could do a little bit of everything. Unless I make it my melee. Probably shouldn't do that, but maybe I will. But let's see, melee and tank is what I need. Melee and tank. Let's see, melees have what? Paladins. They have marauders. They have dark knights. I think that's it, right? Oh no, they have gunblade, but I don't think I can unlock a gunblade person. So between those three options, paladin, holy magic, sword and shield, heavy tank. Oh, what am I doing still casting this? Too lost in thought. Honestly, I'm inclined to want to be a dark knight. Why? Big sword. Yeah, you don't love fantasy games and not love a great sword. Unless you like magic, I guess. But I don't know if they're good or not. That's kind of the problem. So I'm kind of leaning towards the marauder or warrior or whatever it is. I think you start as a marauder, then you become a warrior. Maybe that's how it goes. And from what I understand, they're a pretty I'm alive and I can't die type of tank. Which, I guess for my playstyle, I probably want to be a paladin. But I do have to ask the question, if anybody happens to know, does the marauder or warrior or whatever that class is, I know wields an axe. Is there a transmog or glamour or whatever you would call it that makes it a hammer? I really want to know. Because if there's a hammer for the warrior class or marauder, I think it's warrior. If there's a hammer, transmog out there for it, then I'm definitely going to become. Oh, whoops. I'm screwing up. I'll become a warrior. That way I can wield my mighty hammer. In a sense. I'm gonna have to look into that. But if there is no hammer for the marauder or warrior, I think it's just a warrior. But I want to keep calling him marauder and I don't know why. Unless, like I said, the marauder is the subclass it starts off as. And if there is a hammer, cool. I'll have to unlock it. If there isn't a hammer, then probably paladin. I'll obviously check out the Dark Knight, see if it's worth playing and it suits my style, but odds are it's going to be the paladin. Okay, so melee. Who to be melee? Let's see, I know ninjas in the game. Doesn't really appeal to me. I like ninjas, don't get me wrong. But the jutsu and the hand signs probably gonna get really complicated. I'm not gonna remember it, especially if I'm switching classes. Let's see, there's the monk, which is your basic, I'm gonna punch you, and then I'm gonna punch you again. That could be fun. That could be fun. And I do know there is samurai, which I will have access to in the free trial. So maybe samurai. A staff. Is that better than what I have? Two-handed thaumaturge increases damage. You know what? Worth it. I'm sick of this cudgel on the thing. I have a staff again. Yay. So it was worth it. Totally worth it. Now I take back anything I said about this dungeon. Hear that? I take it all back. A little bit extra damage, which is nice, but I'm just happy to actually have a staff again. Frick the cudgel and shield. Although I should probably hold on to the shield in case I do become a gladiator, which is what becomes a paladin. Because paladins use shields. And it'd be nice to have a higher level shield without having to unlock one or buy one. I feel like I'm missing a melee class. There's ninja. Oh yeah, lancer. How can I forget the dragoon? You guys will take care of them. So if those are my options, ninja, dragoon, monk, and samurai, because honestly by the time I'm ready to go melee, well, let's just say I would definitely be leveled up enough to get a samurai. I guess those I'll have to test out. Nothing's immediately screaming, you gotta play me, you gotta play me. So I know I will love the ninja. Or the monk might be more annoying than I was hoping for. Or I'll just be a lancer and stab everything and jump around. I'm gonna have to test them out. I wish there was a way to sample the quest once like load up. Because you have to go off descriptions and videos. Which I have no problem with looking up videos, but when it comes to games, you really gotta feel it, you know? Okay. Do we have to go this way to unlock the barrier? Probably thunder. What am I doing? AoE fire. That's what I'm doing. Thunder, and we switch into thunder, AoE ice. There we go. I gotta figure it out somewhat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go paladin unless the warrior has a hammer. If the warrior can get a hammer, glamour, then I'm gonna go warrior. If not, probably gonna end up going paladin. Probably paladin. Yeah, I think I'll just have to try all the melees. Oh, I love having actual staff again. And it doesn't look half bad. You know, it could look way better, sure, but this is an early game dungeon. It's not supposed to be something epic and mighty. Not yet. You guys can take care of them. And let's break this rosary. Or grab it. Thought we were breaking it. Alright, almost done, almost done. But hey, you know what? I will take it. Another done. You know what? Let me just lucid dream real quick. Just so we have more mana going into this so I can do some AoE fire. Use the rosary to unlock this barrier. And we'll start with ice. Get some thunder off, switch. A little bit more thunder. I know it's probably better to target a different person with thunder, I get it. But this is an NPC early game dungeon. We're not at that point yet where I gotta micromanage that much. Although I guess it would be good practice, wouldn't it? Maybe I will practice that in the future. Okay, almost back to full mana. Only one person left. Switch. And there you go. Thunder, Addle, and fire. And fire. And swift cast into fire for instant cast. Then a little bit more fire for this void soul counter. I wonder if I've encountered one while I've taken my trips to the void while I sleep. I'm glad thunder is a free cast. It would be so annoying to have to manage your mana to switch, cast thunder, and then cast ice. Blizzard. Whatever. And I'm guessing after this it takes us to the boss. Oh wow, Lucid Dream is back up already. And goodbye. Treasure! A skirt. Is that better than what I have? I can't even find it. Oh, there it is. Ooh, way better. If we were Disciple of War. Okay, break these, and then I'm pretty sure it's the final boss. And one more, which means limit break time, right? Okay, causes these stone platforms to grow and appear. The orb is descending. What if they brought a plank of wood? Ooh, summons me forth from the void. Oh, it's a squid face. It's a squid face. Alright, let's do this. Ice. Addle. Thunder. Switch. Thunder. Fire. Into swift cast, into fire. Activate Lucid Dream. Might give us some bonus mana to keep casting fire without the change. Keep an eye on that limit break. Oh, enemies appear. Of course you would have assistance. Why wouldn't you? Then we cast Thunder. There we go, the boss is vulnerable again. And now we cast Ice to get our mana back. Maybe when it's halfway, we'll cast our Limit Break. It does seem to be dying pretty quick. Is that because of my new stuff? Oh, go away, Edge. You're annoying. AoE Fire. That's right, I'm keeping on top of it. Somewhat. And then, nope, regular Ice, because there's only... Target the right one. Whatever, it's gone. Ice, please. Thunder, we'll activate Lucid Dream again. Get a little bit more Ice, then we'll cast Limit Break after we're back to full mana. I'm going to try to put the boss to sleep, but I know it's not going to because it's a boss. Then we cast this, and boom, activate Sky Shard. And I think I put up a barrier just in time. Of course. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it, right? Let me take care of this imp by myself. Yeah, nobody help me. Oh, the Conjurer's coming to help. Cool. AoE Fire. AoE Fire, please. Fine. Regular Fire. Jeez. Let me do something. I am here too. You know, can't complain about having good teammates though. Okay, you're almost done. Lucid Dream, Instacast Fire. Why'd I do Instacast Fire? I don't know, but I did. It's to get the thunder off, I swear. And we're done. That's one seemed a second level up. These dungeons are great sources of XP, aren't they? Noted for Cleric and... or not Cleric, Conjurer, or any other class I might want to be. Noted, noted, noted. I look funny with my hat, but I got a new staff, so worth it. Treasure and... a bow. I can sell that. Well, that's our second dungeon done. That one didn't have any riddles or anything to do like the first one, hinted at. But I did get a better staff, so worth it. Let's go talk to the person. Only 150, nice, I could probably sell the bow for that much. And we'll call it there. Another dungeon done, got a better staff, so worth it. And we figured out what classes we're going to play. White Mage for healer, Machinist for physical ranged. The Red Mage is just going to be a personal job. And by personal job, I mean, you know, Black Mage for magic damage, you know, White Mage for support. But the one I'll probably just be playing for fun or off camera and all that will be the Red Mage. Mainly because it covers 3 different classes. Melee, White Mage, Black Mage. I love it. I love the idea of it. Alright, all done. You're going to send me back to... or, you know what? They're probably going to end up sending me back to the desert. It's been a while since I've been back home. Welcome back, Mechanist. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Whatever his name was, ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Do you not have that here? Sorry to hear that. Sadly, death has become an are you going to give me a story now? Ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated. Is that what that is? With petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with all of them. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences, as if to illustrate the point. Okay, a new group of adventurers. Aver's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would have still been alive. Shouldn't they be able to just resurrect them? Sniff, but I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. Sounds like typical talk for dungeons and raids. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. He should have done more to lighten his burden. To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party member. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. So is this their way of breaking how toxic it can be when you're doing raiding and partying and dungeoning with other randoms? Interesting. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as a surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way of some parting advice, get rid of Aver's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you want with it. For God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just... Is she really carrying around the head? Wait, don't leave me alone. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Well, I guess better than the adventuring party who wants to drag other people to their death. Things like this have become all too common. I can understand that. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience? Yeah, I can understand. I can send men like you on a mission without worry that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Yeah, because I'll just respawn unlike them. Speaking of missions, I want to trust you with another. Yep, and this is back to the desert, am I right? About a bell ago. What the heck is a bell? I received a message from a counterpart in Ul'dah. Yep. Do a dungeon in Ul'dah. He seeks the service of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details. Well, it's been a while since I've been back home, so... yeah. Back to the great desert of Ul'dah. Luckily I could just use return. The fun and oh wait. There it is. So you're not averse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. Yeah, I gotta go back home. It's been a while. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Modi. Been there, done that. The proprietress of the Quicksand. Again, been there, done that. Think of her as a sultanate version of myself. I've already talked to her. She's been a close friend of mine. But I guess for people who haven't been to Ul'dah, they kinda need this. You know, I wonder if this was their way of saying you want to start in the ocean area, technically, because that's where you get your first dungeon. And this is the second starting area, which means Ul'dah is the third? I wonder if that's what they're trying to say. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger. She's done it a few times, but I've managed. But I have every confidence in you, or that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Mechanist, and good luck. Yep, back home. It's good to be back home. And poof. So next time, I guess we take on... Ooh, we're one level away from the next Thaumaturge quest. Ooh, and we're so close to leveling up. Maybe after the next dungeon we'll be there. Cool. Goals for next episode, another dungeon, and we can level up our Thaumaturge even more. We're so close to a black mage I can taste it. If I could taste, that is. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing. And if you did, please consider hitting the like button and impacting the subscribe button. It'll help out in the long run. With all that being said, this has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.